veteran niggas never been better than fire and trappy gutting and scrapping you niggas Letterman. Tie up his pappy, then slap his pappy with metal pins. Let him spinganate him, we fade him, my nigga. Stay on my money flex, do curls with money bags. Cashing in bloody checks, duffel in money bag. Niggas like you the next, hands stay like you the fag. All on my dick making me sick now that I wave the flag. We GMR, we hold a bar and keep it overhead. We play the part, you niggas starve, my niggas overfed. Hear me, Duke better be young, Bach better see pop lock letters around balls when he get at me.
Alright, so hello Mike Handz, Handz. How you been?
I'm alright, man. I'm gonna be easy, just trying to stay out the way
Mm-hmm.
and decide what it is I had to say to anybody. That's why I've been low.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But y'all reached out and there has been a few developments, so I figured it was as good a time as any, top of the year.
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah, it is. It's the nickel, right?
Yeah, it is. I think they call it the Revelation, the year of Revelation.
Yeah, they say
Yeah.
that, or they say the year completion if you leave it to Buster. So
Yeah, that's where I got that from, Buster, yeah. I'm like, okay. And how was 2024?
2024 was interesting. A lot of loss.
Mm-hmm.
Which was trending since 2017 for me. Like, I've lost countless people, all of high relevance since 2017.
Okay.
24 wasn't much different. I officially became a patriarch in 24. So
Okay.
it's a wild thing to realize that you in the world now, and if you look back, there's nobody standing behind you.
Yeah.
Everybody is in front of you or next to you.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody behind you, so that's a wild space.
Yeah. I kind of know what you're going through. It's like it's slowly happening to me too. That I'm like, okay. It's like when I was younger, I was the child and my parents were the adults. Now it's reversed, and you're like, okay, now what should I do? It's just scary.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was fortunate. A lot of people don't get to have their parents as long as I did. My mother passed when I was 40. You know what I'm saying? My pops passed at 15. However, like I said, my dad passed at 15. My youngest is 22,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm 48. So you figure my kids have had me 25 years, roughly longer
Mm-hmm.
than I had mine. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's those kind of milestones that stick with me. And my grandmother, I had her until August. So having your grandmother to be 47 is not something standard in the world. You know what I mean?
It's not. I think I had my grandmother until I was like 13 years old,
See?
and that was it.
Yeah. So, you know, my grandmother was here to help me correct almost every mistake I made majorly before I got a handle on being an adult. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Right.
Yeah, cause I know life growing up in the 80s, 90s was just rough.
Yeah.
It was rough, and it was easy. Then again, it was rough because it was easy because you could just get trapped. It was rough because you had to walk a straight line. If that make any sense.
That's a version. For me, it was rough. I mean, Wu said it best, right? Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. It was rough for me because I was an exploratory kid. Like, I wanted to see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really want to get in trouble. I ain't minded if that meant I was going to see something. You know what I mean? So, like, remember Boys in the Hood, you want to see their body? I was kind of like that kid. Like, I just want to see it, not because it's wrong or what it represents, but just because I've never seen it before.
Okay.
Right? And I'm a person that likes to talk a lot from experience, so I don't really like to hear it, read it. If I heard it and read it, now I'm curious to do it and experience it. I got common sense, so, you know, I ain't going to go doing nothing that's going to try to injure myself that I know of. You know, if I don't think I got a high probability of making it work, I ain't going to do it. But if I do, it's probably going to get done, you know? So the 80s for me were on this same Church Avenue right here. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I came back to New York in 82. So 249, you know, which is a hood staple. Going to the youth, they used to call the Big Apple games right here at Erasmus. They used to do that at 12, 10, 12, 13. The Boys Club right here on Bedford. Like, this is my area, so, you know, I could have walked here on a better day type situation. You see what I'm saying? So this was the 80s, 90s, 2000s for me. You know, even when I moved out my mom's crib, I still spend all my time here, which is walking distance from where I moved to. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like, see, I was adventurous. It's like, I was like a B student in school, working my way towards an A. after a while, I'm like, okay, this is boring. Because I felt like they should have just skipped me. Because it wasn't challenging enough. Then you start cutting classes. You start doing small stuff here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you just get lost.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened.
So, not a big secret to anybody that follows me in this industry, I'm a Decepticon, right? So, if you 80s Brooklyn, 90s Brooklyn, you already know it's nothing to get into. But that found me around 92, 93, right? So I'll tell you what that was. 91, I stepped into high school in Manhattan, which then expanded on that exploratory kid because now all my classmates are from the Bronx, they from Queens, they from Uptown. So now going to my man crib to play video games or going to my man crib to do whatever or going to check a shorty meant I was on the LIR, I meant I was on the E train and I was going up to Polo Grounds. Or I meant you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that started to, the exploratory stuff that way and expand that you said. I was the B student, upper B. You know, I could get A's, but I realized young, if I bring too many A's home, they don't expect it. So let me get soft B's, and when I feel like I'm real interested, I'll pull an A in there to take the pressure off every now and then. But I went to fashion, so my major was in something I loved to do anyway. So the way fashion was set up, by first, second, third year, majority of your schedule was your major. So I was drawing and designing most of my day, so there was no need to cut class, you know what I'm saying? At least not cut school. I was cutting class all day, but not cutting school. I was in school all the time. I felt like Parker Lewis in school, like I couldn't lose in school. So.
Yeah, it's like I was like the opposite. It's like I go in after the second period,
That's right.
the main one, then you'll leave for the day.
Yeah. See, for me, bro. All right. So let me see. What school you went to?
Two. I got kicked out of the one that's here. Right, the one Empire.
Wild Boy Jackson. That's Lafayette on Empire.
No, then I went to Lafayette.
Lefferts on Empire. Jackie Robinson on Empire. What high school's on Empire?
Is it Gateway? Not Gateway.
Oh, that's like
not Gateway.
School.
Oh, what's that? Now Wingate.
Wingate. Oh, nah, that's on Winthrop.
Yeah, Wingate. Yeah.
My pops went to Wingate. That's the banjo. Shaped like a banjo. Got the round.
Yeah.
The long mower. Copy that. And my guy, what high school you went to?
MLK.
All right, Martin Luther King. My brother went there. That's on Amsterdam, 62nd. My son went there as well. But by the time he got there, they divided the school up, and they had like 4 different schools in the building. I really been out. But the thing is, I went to fashion. 85% girls. Why the hell was I not going to school? That made no sense. Even if I don't intend to go to class, why would I not go to school?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 25-1 was the ratio.
Oh.
Bro, if you was in a wheelchair and blind, there's 5 of them in wheelchairs and blind looking at you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't lose in fashion. So, like, even if you wasn't in class, the ratio just made no sense. What else? As a young dude, you outside trying to meet somebody. What else are you going to do? Fish in the barrel, not to degrade anybody and make it sound off, but you bobbing for apples in an orchard. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it was just mostly going to the gym, playing basketball, and looking at girls.
I did that.
And that was it. That was like the main 2 things.
School, you know, I spent majority of my day in the lunchroom. When I was a lunchroom monitor, I was winning. I was hustling lunch tickets. I was moving, like anything that I could get access to as a monitor, I found a hustle for. You know what I'm saying? And then you went and found out a step further. First, you just thinking about those girls in the school. Then you find out there's smart girls in the school, funny girls in the school. Like, these is the homies. You see what I'm saying? So I'd rather hang with them than my guys because y'all look better and y'all just as cool. You know what I'm saying? But then, being a con, all my mans is coming to the school, so where else am I going? If we go out, we all gonna try to go somewhere. 9 times out of 10, my school is where everybody was going, so you came outside, everybody was outside already. So I still wasn't leaving the school.
That was Wingate. It's like I would say 70% of the school. It was like the guys were like cons, like you said, and the chicks were just like down.
Yeah.
If not, they're like somewhat like relaxed.
Yeah.
But that school was challenging. I got kicked out my first year.
Got it.
Then I went to Lafayette.
All right. So yeah, Rock went to Lafayette. Rock has on my team, but I never got kicked out, to be honest with you. My sister got busy. Her kick-out game was amazing. She did like 3 high schools, I think. But me, I left.
Oh, you left?
Yeah, so my hustle was summer school, right? If I come back to the block, I'm with my parents most of the time. So that means my leeway, my government shifted. Right?
Okay.
When I'm at school, I govern myself. When I'm on the block at home, I'm governed by my mother and everybody that know her. You know
I see what you mean, yeah.
Outside, right? So you don't want to get caught by Miss Johnson or nobody. So I prefer going to school. That's where the population my age was concentrated on, right? So I would, every summer, whether I was passing or not, I went to summer school, right? And this particular year, my junior year, I went to FDR for summer school. And I played ball there in the gym, when I wasn't in class. And the coach saw me, and my partner, Omar, went there, another calm ball player. My guys, they went there, so I'm balling with them. And my man was like, yo, I need a 3, you should come in. And I'm like, bro, PSAL rules, you gotta sit out a year before you can play. I'm already gonna this is going into my senior year, I don't have that year. So, rest in peace, Michelle, man, she was working as a school aide. She told me the hustle on how I could get transferred and play, right? So I had to get what was called a safety transfer. So I had to go say that dude was coming up to the school to jump me and get a police report. These phantom dudes, and then make it so that for my safety I had to transfer, so they couldn't hold me back from playing for that. Okay. So I worked what she said. It worked. I suited up for FBR, so I transferred to play ball. So my senior year, I left fashion to go to FBR. Wow. And it was a D1, so I got to the step, Marbury and all that.
And how was it?
It was cool. Whooped my ass. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. It made me mad. But if he wasn't as renowned as he was, it would have hurt more. I felt bad if he did. Like, he's supposed to do that, so I didn't feel as bad. But it was fun being able to show up and tell my kids I played with them.
Interesting. It's like when you was in the '90s. At the same time too, while I was going through it, it's like music became like outlet. I'm like, okay, and that's when you start. You listen to different type of music. That I think. The first record I ever listened to was Slick Rick.
I think that was the first CD of hip hop that was ever accessible to me. My uncle had it. The Great Adventures.
Yeah, the Great Adventures, yeah.
But before that, my uncle had the vinyl Erick for President, and he had Kumo G, the Wild Wild West. Those were the vinyls that he had. And then my dad, those two, and then the Great Adventures of Slick Rick. The next piece of rap that came in the house that I didn't bring in was my dad with the Summertime.
Will Smith. Okay.
But all the underground stuff ain't coming until I started bringing in me and my cousin until I had a brother. I say that because we were raised together, we didn't get apart. It's my cousin on paper, but in life, that's my brother.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
But
yeah, so he was big on West Coast rap, I was big on East Coast rap, so together our room was crazy.
And you collect a whole bunch of vinyls, cassettes?
Alright, I didn't know I wanted to be a DJ at one point. Shout out Jay Wayne. I didn't know I wanted to be a DJ. If you'd ever asked me on my own, I would say, hell no. But then one day, after my pops passed, we were going out. I'm helping my mother clean out this cabinet I used to have on my dad's vinyl in it. And we just going through it, trying to put stuff in stacks, spinners over here, Motown over there with them. And all of a sudden I'm seeing all these rap records, right? I'm seeing Naughty by Nature, Ghetto Bastard. I'm seeing Down with the Kings, Run DMC. I'm seeing Latifah Had It Up to Here. I'm seeing all these joints. And I'm like, who fucking registers these? And I take them out the jacket. Now I got this from my parents. My moms and pops used to put their name on their vinyl because they would trade with their friend, right? Right, my aunt and uncle. So some had their name on it, right? Vice versa, but that's how they track their records. But so I guess I got it from them. And I had these records when I took them out the sleeve, my name was on them. So I'm like, when did I get these? Now, you know how you kind of make so many memories in life, you kind of, other ones get buried under.
Yeah.
So apparently my mother was like, you don't remember when you begged me for that casket? She wasn't hip hop though. This supposed to be the coffin. But she said that casket, And she got me a little Gemini turntable system, with a little 3-second, 5-second recorder, a little circle button on it.
Okay.
I was horrible. I think that's why I put it out of my mind. I was horrible at it. So when you look at these records, they got scratches all in them from where I was trying to scratch and I was just tearing the vinyl up. So I guess that's why that was short-lived, and I totally forgot I was doing it. But yeah, at one point, I ventured into that. So I was going to a spot that used to be right here on Flatbush in Beverly called INL Records. I don't know how long I've been over there. But INL used to be there. And that was the local spot where we get your tapes. And right now is where La Cabana is. And if you come over from La Cabana towards where the CVS used to be on the corner, I can tell you, it was literally right in the middle of the block.
Okay.
And it was the, all the local talent, the Run DMCs, Master East, Craig G, when Spick and Span, when all of them lived over on this side, all the black and whites with the label and their logo and then contact number for management, the black and whites.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
They used to be all around the store. So as a young wannabe MC, that was my aspiration. Like, I'll make it. I made it if my little black and white get up here. You know what I'm saying? So I would go there and buy singles because the single had an instrumental on the other side. I ain't never produced back then, so I would rap to the instrumentals. And that's kind of how that shifted from the DJ to the MC thing.
Okay. It's funny that your instrumentals. I used to go to B Street where they DJ live downstairs in the basement.
Shout out Goldfinger, DJ Culture, Park Kent. I was down there. You got to go downtown. What's that? Duffield, and shoot downstairs, and all the posters was on top of the wall when you came down. I was there.
Yeah, all the miners all downstairs.
I was also at East Up, so we was on Duffield heavy.
Oh,
Square Mall.
The whole Albee Square Mall, from the front to the back and the side.
The Wendy's downstairs.
I didn't go to Wendy's.
So that Wendy's was downstairs in the basement to the right. You can store in the back. Come upstairs, get your front sneakers. Like I believe.
I heard the Wiz was a few blocks up.
The Wiz, Crazy Eddie's was down there. You want to get to it?
Oh, yeah,
so
Crazy
I moved there.
Okay, yeah. I remember the
There
Wiz
was a movie theater on Duffield. The beeper spot and the front spot that we used to pay our SkyTel bill and get your fronts made is still there.
Oh yeah, that spot. I know what you're talking about.
It's next door to where they just closed down the Frank spot. I only know that because my office to this day right now is on the corner of Bond Street in Fulton.
And that strip used to have a whole bunch of mixtapes.
It did. That's when the Africans had the blankets out.
Mm-hmm.
Mixtapes was out there. And then that's back when Smif-N-Wessun and some others, shout out my family, Boot Camp with up. Yeah, they would come and step on your blanket if they see me joint something.
Yeah, I'm trying to. So there was a rapper, I forgot who. I think he went Canal Street and he just seen his album cover 2 weeks in advance.
Mm-hmm.
He just came in here, he knocked everything out.
That was Woo work too. Woo used to do that heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out MOP for that too.
MOP, yeah. They'll come with a bag.
They'll get you up out of there.
And
shout out Dings and Fizzy.
So you mentioned Boot Camp.
Yeah.
Now how did you hook up with Boot Camp?
I liken it a lot of times to like, aside from them all being D-sets, right?
Mm-hmm.
That had nothing to do with it. I liken it to Star Wars, right? So you got Steel, who always was heavy knowledge, right? So he was like my Obi-Wan. Rockness is like my Han Solo, like that's my rider. Like when I'm moving around, if I'm out 9 times out of 10, I'll find him and him not far from each other. Sean, rest in peace, was like my Yoda, because I wasn't with him as much as I was with the other two, but he always said something that impacted everything I did with the other two. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Top Dog, that's just my bro. We was getting in the strip club long before we even found out, before I realized he was in it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Salute Tech, because I used to give, Smif-N-Wessun took me on tour with him a lot.
What's happening, man? Check it out, man. We ain't gonna delay, man. Let's go to it, man.
So I got to know Tech more than, he's real close to my partner, but I got to know Tech, I got to get real good conversations out of all of them. So out of all 8 of them, I got 8 different perspectives on the Boot Camp history, which made me feel, I think, closer to it than any of them could, because each one of them had their own perspective. I was able to get 8.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I have an affinity for them because they gave me the shot and gave me the conduit and they seen value. So I toured with Rock till this day. Smif-N-Wessun took me out on a couple of my bigger runs, and Sean took me out on 2 as well. So.
Okay, and you followed Boot Camp on the road on a Megabus tour.
But hold on,
okay.
Ironically, through all of that, you notice I named everybody, but Buckshot's the one that told me if anybody asked you with us. So, though I don't have no records with him, I ain't never went on no tours with him, nothing. My dog tags came from him.
Mm-hmm.
So salute Buckshot for that. Yes, the Megabus tour, that's funny. So, told you Smif-N-Wessun took me out on a couple of my most relatives. And one in particular still said, if you can get there, you can work. I had no real money, but I had some. And I wasn't gonna say no, though I didn't know how I was gonna get there. So, the first date was in Montreal, for what was called Scribble Jam. No, it wasn't. It was the open air festival, and it was a graffiti festival up there. Pretty dope. And I might not be open air. I'm gonna get it right before we get out of here.
Okay.
But it was a dope festival. Never even knew what was happening. It was a fly festival, and they gave me the date. Salute Cynical. She gave me the itinerary and time, and I jumped on the Megabus and went to Canada. And called them like, hey, where y'all at? They was like, oh, our flight don't leave for an hour. So I got to Canada before they did. So I called a couple of people I knew out there. They came and got me. We hung out, kicked it. When they came, they dropped me at the hotel and we started the run. But the whole tour, I had to leave. If their flight was 8 a.m., we finished the show at 2:30, 3 o'clock. I go back to the hotel with them. I hang out for an hour or so, then I gotta leave to the bus station. They flight in until 8:30, but it's gonna take me 7 hours on the bus to get to the next city. So I would leave at 4 in the morning to get a 4-hour jump on a 2-hour flight. And then when they get there, I get that hour before, an hour after them. I did the whole run.
Wow.
Yeah, so I called it my Megabus tour.
And this was around what era? Around what time?
This was
Enter the stage?
Nah. This was 2013, 14. This was not the hall. They had Monumental, the hall. This was
For the people?
For the people. Damn. I want to say this was around the time just before the hall.
Okay.
Just before the hall. Monumental, I want to say, the Pete Rock album.
Okay.
Yeah.
But did you ever get signed to Boot Camp or Duck Down?
Never.
Why?
You know, for me, no deal.
Oh. Okay.
So I signed the Death Squad.
All right. So if they offered you a deal, would you just take it?
No.
No?
I was good being with the family. They was complaining about their own deals, but I wanted to sign to that, so I wouldn't go.
Oh, I didn't know that because I figured it was under priority.
Yeah, it was the era of everybody claiming their independence, right? So
Yeah.
Still started Bucktown. He wasn't really gonna sign with nobody. He had his own label, so he was working that. Rock was starting Monster Nation. He got his own situation. Sean had Rock Down.
Yeah.
Ted got culture pushers. So nobody was really trying. You remember the label was Duck Down, not Boot Camp.
No, it's Duck Down. Yeah, Boot Camp the family. Yeah.
So if you ever notice in any of my interviews, any research you did, I never said I was with Duck Down.
Now, I was curious.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm Boot Camp with the family, but Duck Down saw value in me as a designer. So I'm a menswear designer. That's what I did for a living, right? I'm a fashion, right? So they see more value in buying T-shirt designs from for the Duck Down store. They never really interested in my music. They never asked. I tried to have a couple conversations. They didn't seem that interested. My pride is very flexible, but very high in certain places, if that makes sense. Right? I'm very flexible. I'm never gonna let my pride torpedo a situation, but I'm also not gonna allow it to let me be done. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know my value, whether you do or not. So it's funny. Like, every time I was turned down or felt overlooked, I just did something to outdo a match. So I never really felt the need. You see what I'm saying? Like, it would have been cool, but that would have been for the wrong reasons. It would have been for just validation or how we look to other people, but it wouldn't have been something I felt I needed because anything most deals can offer me, I do myself.
Okay.
You know, I had them recordings back then, so I had 7 of my own artists.
Okay. But the song that you did with Sean Price.
Yes, which one?
You was in the you was in the shower, yeah.
That video was
That song, your first verse. Yeah, I love that first verse.
Thank you. It's funny because he gave me that name, Young Veteran, in the conversation. So I opened it with Handz, the Young Veteran, Young Veteran, and yeah, it was just funny because it started as a verse for a freestyle, just to have something to do on stage that wasn't attached to the song, and then it happened to fit the beat. And when Sean, all right, so I asked Sean for a feature. He never hit me back. A year and a half later, I dropped this freestyle over Guru and Jadakiss, Right Where You Stand. And I dropped it, and for some reason, I dropped it on Twitter. Twitter as well. And I've never used Twitter. Nobody talks to me on Twitter, so I never used Twitter. And I dropped it on Twitter, and I get a call out of the blue. Yo, what up? What up? Slum it up with Sean. I'm like, Sean? He nigga like, oh, what up? He was like, yo, that shit you dropped today, that shit fire. You spit a body on that. That was his exact word. You spit a body on that. You still need that verse? I totally forgot that I had to go verse. But I wasn't gonna say yeah. I'm like, yeah, word. He's like, all right, yo, send it back to me. I'm like, all right. So I went in, I grabbed something, and at that time I was recording in the crib. I had a studio in my house called Carnegie Deli. So I went upstairs and just put a verse on it, just so there was something there. And that was the verse. And a day and a half later, he was like, yo, Handz, what up? I'm like, yo, come get me. I'm like, huh? He's like, come get me, I feel rappy. And I ran, got him, and he came. And ironically, that same day is when the Alive EP happened, because I went to now write an official verse for it. He was like, nah, leave that. Put on another beat. I put another beat on. He used to carry an iPad on. We do the iPad. And he jumped straight on the mic. He just laid verse after verse.
Wow.
It was like, all right, cool, take me home. That's how the movie happened. But there was a lot of those phone calls after that, because once he realized I can engineer as well, I became another option for features. So when he had features come in, and if, shout out PF Cutting, if PF Cutting wasn't available to record by, or if he couldn't go out to Goblin Studios to record, I was right down church from him. So he'd like, come get me, I gotta drop something. He didn't have a Cash App card, so, a PayPal card. So he would have them PayPal me, so I could go to the ATM and pull it, and then he would just pay me for the session. And that became a side hustle just to record his features. So.
All right, cool. And how did the video come about?
So, shout out what used to be called Alter Beats, because they produced it, which is the logo you see at the beginning of the video, the red and blue logo. They're now called Whip.com. They do graphics and music. They're bananas still. So shout out Tim and the homies over there. But ironically, they did this logo for me too. Word. Shout out Whip.
Okay.
Alter Beats. But they came over from, they're in France. They came over. And they was here for about a month. And I was kind of their primary contact at an Airbnb. So they shot videos for every record they did for me, Sherman, Sadiq, who was it? BK, Shabam Sadiq, myself, and Meet the Exotic. Together, they put us in a group where we made up a group called the Alter Unit, which was supposed to be the rap division of Alter Units. So it was Alter Beats, the Alter Unit, but each of us had damn near a project worth of joints we did with them. So they shot videos. They came with the graphic designer, Tim the producer, and Bobby Six Killer, which was the video cat. And they shot something for everything.
Wow.
That whole time. So that particular day, I went and got Sean, came to the crib, that was the apartment I had at the time, with the family, and we did the thing. And that was just one of them. We shot that, we shot My Life, we shot All I Know with me and Rob. They shot all of that same trip.
Wow. So while they did that, he's like 5-6 videos for you?
That was just for me.
Damn.
They shot, and it's funny, all the ones they shot for Sherman, I'm in those. And all the ones they shot for BK, we're in those. So, and the ones for Neat Days Out, we're in those. So we just spent the whole month with them, just running around supporting each other and just shooting.
I like that.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's good. I like
They
that.
had no reason to be here but that, so they had nothing but time for it. So we just took advantage. They ain't charge us, they just did it as being part of the team. So we got 5-6 videos that would cost us easily a few grand to do, just off the fact that, you know, they needed to get their beats heard. We had a bit of a following, and we needed beats. So we just traded services.
Okay.
We created a family. They produce music. Right now, shout out to him, man. He's sending me beats, and there's an EP that I gotta get done with him. I just been going through trying to get myself dedicated back to really in that mindset, like I said when I opened the conversation. But I owe him an EP, so it'll happen. Okay,
cool. And at some point, like you mentioned earlier, that you did the rug for Erick Sermon, the Death Rugs.
So no, I didn't do the rugs for Erick Sermon, but the relationship at Death Squad started with him offering me the regional manager position of Death Rugs, which came through Kim Sermon, shout out, who's the president, I believe, of Death Rugs, who brought me to the table for my business and marketing background. And shout out my cousin DJ Diamond, the artist, aka DTA. And he put my name in Erick's ear for the music side. So he pushed me to Erick for the music side. His sister Kim Sermon pushed me to him to the business side. We did a meeting and we locked in on both. And that's how that happened.
Nice. And how was it being around Erick Sermon and the whole?
Sherman was a wild boy. I got so much footage, just knowledge. He always building. He has this vision for almost like a hip hop utopia, if it makes sense. Like, especially when it comes to the classic artists and the new artists. Like, he just believes that everybody is supposed to be like in Commander or some shit. Like, everybody's supposed to just meld together and there's room for everybody. And how could it not be if everything you're doing is based on everything that was done? So it's all really the same thing. It's like not being able to live with your family. You see what I'm saying? Like, just because you're the kids don't mean your mom, they got nowhere to live, and your grandmother got nowhere to live. Like, y'all all based on the same story. So he really has that vision. So when I got there, the production backcourt was too crazy. Like, it was him, Rockwilder, and Ty Fife, Boogie. Sickness, like the production backcourt was crazy, right? So how do you lose with that? They got production on Janet Jackson, like Blackstreet, Jodeci, like Redman, K Solo, the whole hit squad and Death Squad, like they got production on everybody. So you can't lose with that unless you just go off beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how that kind of happened. So it was cool. Like, I spent a lot of time out there until I just got tired of making the trip as an engineer myself. I'm not going back and forth out there this week on a runway to get in the studio when I have a studio of my own. So what I did was I went out there and just snatched all the branding I could and rebranded my studio as like Death Squad Annex. And I just did all my recording here, took my hard drives out there when it was time to play them what I had done, and turned over the masters to him to mix and so on and so forth.
Okay.
And like I said, I've always been really self-contained.
Okay. And what you learned from him while you was in the studio?
Honestly, to stay self-contained. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Cool. Because I do like his production.
No, he's you couldn't begin to deny his production. Like, you'd be lying. You couldn't front him, period. Like, he's bananas. Did I learn from him? Absolutely. Did I enjoy watching him work? Absolutely. His process is crazy. Again, a ton of videos of me just sitting there watching him work.
Tell me, who are you? I'm a street regulator. 'Cause I really wanna know. I'm a street regulator. I take 'em back to the underground. I'm a street regulator. Who the hell are you? I'm a street regulator. Hey, yo, man, spin numbers on back blocks. Infiltrate strips, hang corners with padlocks. Julian script, shred shit as I switch stocks. Get it in, bitch, hands making the street rock. Carrying Comstock, credentials getting live on them deck. Blocks, headlocks, and hammer swing slammers on beck. Rock who? You, homie, the only homie that know you. Homie, y'all the homies that homies leave one day lonely. Listen, you wanna walk the big dogs. I learn a nigga lessons when I'm writing. It's leapfrog. I gave a nigga chest and when I'm writing, he unclogged.